Why can't I get a deflect on Nuxia?
That's simply not possible.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
People are just dodge attacking me. You can't deflect that! You blocked that sh! Yes, flip me. Oh my... Oh, finally it worked once in my life. Alright, time to get hyper armor trades. Oh, he didn't go for the hyper armor. Unlucky. Oh yeah, that's always go for the trades, boys. Alright, here's the plan. We gotta GB him and go for the zone attack. That'd be great. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, get fucked. I fucking love it. I regret everything. I regret everything. Oh, I regret I was born. I regret I played Nuxia. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You made it. Sol here, and today we're going to ask ourselves, why do we hate Nuxia? Or, in other words, why is it that you see so little of her in the battleground? And I would rather get mauled by pikemen in breach than get deflects blocked again, because that's probably the most dissatisfying thing. But I digress. Quite frankly, there are people that really do enjoy this character and love her for who she is, and myself personally, I've started to develop a hate-love relationship with Nuxia, just like For Honor in general. The main reason I really do love this character design is that she uses those beautiful, sexy hook swords, which remind me of a classic Kung Fu movie called The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Ever heard of it? You cultured individuals, let me know in the comments and slap like now if you've watched it. If you haven't and you're a fan of classic wide shot camera angles that don't cut every half second to show how bad they are at fighting, like the horrible Holly movies these days, I'm talking about you Matrix Resurrections, then you have to see it. I'll show you a snippet so you can see why the hook swords are so badass in this movie and in this game too, and why I believe many people love Nuxia. Now, first of all, I hope you guys enjoyed that because it's quite a magnificent piece of work. And second, as I'm rewatching this and editing, the music is in cue with the clashing of the swords, so you can hear that it hits on the beat of the music in the background. It's quite simply riveting. And as you guys can see, the hook swords are pretty much doing the exact same thing that Nuxia does with her zone attack and her trap mechanics. But let's try to dive on in and try to answer the questions that we asked in the beginning of this video. Nuxia was introduced to For Honor on October 16th, 2018, over 3 years ago. Some of you guys have been playing For Honor since then, and it's been over 4 years, so that's pretty sad, myself included. But I will say For Honor is one of those fighting games that has lasted for such a long time with a stable concurrent player base, even though it may range around from 2,000 to 5,000 players on PC. We can pretty much just double that, adding that to console, to around 10,000 players total. And that for a fighting game for 5 years is not a bad number at all. Year 2, Season 4 was when the Beauviolette faction was introduced, and let me tell you something.
Remember this! I was there!
This shook the entire For Honor community as it changed the meta completely. It added heroes that could dance around all your flashy moves, all your bashes, and you thought to yourself, I thought I was playing a realistic fighting game. But with any game in the market, adding a new hero shifts the meta completely, especially if there's a new mechanic. Knowing Ubisoft, they decided to please the Chinese overlords and decided to add 4 new Chinese heroes to revive the game from the grave. Needless to say, everyone was excited about a new faction. Breach and Arcade also came with this update, but who really wants to deal with pikemen that deal 20 or 40 damage in a span of 1 second? And I suppose Arcade's pretty nice because fashion is the endgame. One of these heroes is Nuxia. Sadly, she never got the attention from players or the development team and remains in a pretty weird spot. She has stayed relatively unchanged throughout the past 3 years and is only hero to have a new trap mechanic which forces you to change your guard on an incoming attack instead of trying to block or parry it. Nuxia is the only hero where she completely turns the game upside down, forcing you to change your entire playstyle when you fight her. What's that, Timmy? You're asking why don't the players like using her? Well, let me do you a solid, Timmy. I played the hero a bit more, and I finally think I have the answer. She just doesn't work when you need her to. The most egregious part of her kit will probably be her deflect. The deflect mechanic is already a risky maneuver to do, and when executed successfully, you probably should be rewarded for it. However, with Nuxia, they can block your deflect for some apparent reason, and the only way you can initially land that deflect is if you change your guard quickly to another side where they aren't blocking, and even then they might still be able to block it. And couple that, in fact, in a 4v4 mode, specifically Dominion, since that's the most popular mode, people will be externally you when you get that deflect, and it'll be all for nothing. Deflects in general should just be guaranteed, because there will be occurrences and situations where heroes will counter Nuxia's deflects, such as Shaman's deflect and Kyoshin's full block mechanic. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Oh my god! Try that again. Can you finish the deflect? That is so stupid. Holy shit. What a great character. The Chinese are losing. This is the one thing that will make you mauled and will make you want to drop playing Nuxia and just not go for deflects anymore, which is honestly one of the most satisfying things about this game and makes it incredibly unique compared to any other fighting game. But hey, at least Orochi gets a guaranteed deflect. They're slowly making their way there. Maybe in year 10 we'll get guaranteed deflects on the rest of the cast. And that's just her deflects. Honestly, I've been watching her deflects more often now that I've been playing her, and her deflect animation is so badass. She lifts her leg up in the air, pokes the enemy with her sword. She does like a half backflip. I don't even know what the animation. She's just like butterfly flipping all over the place. It looks amazing. Probably, I'm gonna say it might be in line with one of the coolest deflects next to Orochi's heavy deflect, which they got rid of. RIP. And the last thing really is her trap mechanics. It just feels like there's so many options to negate her traps. People have dodge attacks now. People just bash you. People just light you out of it, except for crushing counters, which do act as a full block of sorts. And when I'm playing Nuxia, I eat raw dog heavies consistently. It's the PK. It's my wet dream, wet nightmare, whatever you call it. Here's the wow, what? Why though? Oh, this is better. This is a good experience for me. Here is the plan. Shit. Nice. Oh, I keep fudging that up. I love it. I freaking get raw heavy to the face. This is the only hero where I eat raw heavies all the time in every single game, in every single match, no matter what. What I like about Nuxia is that she has a lot of variable mix-ups, and that's fun. It's just that after a trap, she only gets to throw out a light attack or a heavy attack afterwards, and I feel like the one thing that could really fix her to help her out against heroes that have dodge attacks, that which are option selects now, is that if she should be able to dodge after a mistrap, just like every single other hero that they've been giving free recoveries to, Orochi, Shinobi, and Janhu too. Like, this just feels in line because they are assassins, for goodness sakes. And not even assassins, just nimble, agile heroes. Nuxia should be able to dodge out of a trap to let her do a soft feint deflect or punish someone in 4v4 externally, all that good stuff, because like I said, they've been balancing for 4v4, so this would help her out tremendously and not change her kit too much, because her kit is unique and it's still strong to an extent because it's good externally with her traps and good for ganks. So she's not technically the worst hero on the roster. She can actually do quite well in Dominion because she has the tools. She has traps for ganking, she has really good cal traps for minion clear, and her feats are really not too bad. We just need to give her guaranteed deflects and maybe lower the damage, because it is a little bit high for deflect damages. 30 damage for compared to the rest of the cast, although I will say Shinobi's is pretty high. Granted that he can also chain into something else, so maybe just lower that slightly to like 24, and after that let her dodge out of her traps, because a lot of people will throw out those raw heavies, and maybe you will have enough time to get a soft feint deflect or just dodge out of that to punish their raw heavy. The traps, in my opinion, just need to be more safer, because unblockables already are really powerful and they just outclass traps altogether, in my opinion. And also letting her continue her chain after doing a zone attack, just like every other rework hero that we've been getting lately. Most Nuxia mains that I've talked to or have seen in the comments, they've said that they don't want to change her too much, just give her a few tweaks, because she already has that kit available to her that can be quite strong when used correctly. We don't want her to turn into another brain dead hero with the same undodgeable and unblockable and 50-50 chain mix up with a charged bash, you know? And now we come to the conclusion of the question. The reason why most people don't play her is that she requires another level of thinking to an extent when you're fighting at least decent players. She has the 3-hit chain lights, which are incredibly fast and unreactable, but her trap mechanic is just so inconsistent. There's so many options to cover it. People can just dodge, people can just light attack you or raw heavy you and bash you, that it's just not worth using consistently compared to unblockable or undodgeable that most characters already have within their 50-50 mix-up. And when you try to go for deflex, one of the core mechanics of this game that makes For Honor so unique and amazing to play and satisfying, sometimes it just doesn't work because people can just block you or punish your punish. So why would you even try to play the hero and try to get good? Unless you're a masochist like myself who really enjoys every single hero and also enjoys challenging themselves by picking a slightly weaker hero with more skill curve involved, where you have to think 2 steps ahead of your opponent to hopefully get a little bit of damage and continue your mix up. And after playing this hero for quite a few games already, I've come to the conclusion that, you know, this hero, she's not that bad, but she is a bad hero if you get my drift. Her kit needs some adjusting, she's inconsistent, and she needs to be looked at hopefully in the next testing grounds. Let me know what kind of rework she deserves and what kind of tweaks she needs to make her more viable. I really didn't expect to enjoy her as much as I thought I would have. And that's a great thing because this is one of the heroes that Ubisoft has not touched yet, and she still keeps something unique to her that makes her really satisfying and fun to play, that isn't broken in any way, or that requires removing the kit altogether to add another unblockable or undodgeable 50-50 bash kick mix-up. I still hate it when I go for a deflect and nothing is guaranteed and they have to try to block it and I have to switch my guard. Why can't it just be guaranteed? But I still enjoyed playing this hero to an extent. Nuxia is one of the old school heroes that is just downright fun to play, and you won't regret when you pick her up, unless you decide to fight the high MMR players, and that is when you want to just stop playing and throw away your controller and smash your keyboard and mouse. And so that is the end of the video. Thank you for making it this far, and I hope you guys enjoyed this style of content. I'll be doing more of this in the future, and I'll probably be doing it more with the rest of the cast. Maybe I'll do it for each single hero, or just a hero that people really do love or really do hate playing or playing against. Thank you for watching. Really excited for the new hero. I'll be making a video tomorrow covering the Warrior's Den and showcasing the new hero, so be subscribed for that. Catch you guys there. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed the content, and leave a comment if you like hedgehogs. And don't forget to join the Discord, follow my Twitter and my Twitch, where I do stream some For Honor from time to time, and send me some pictures of your hedgehogs. Come on, I love them. They're so cute.